Before I proceed with this video, I understand you probably just want to get a quick look at a fridge skin. Don't worry, just look in the description right now, scroll down, you'll see everything is chaptered. So, once again, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look in the description. And with that, good day, Rust and Endurers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time to showcase every single fridge skin in Rust. But first of all, let's just give you some context. In the past couple months, we've been looking at the commits and basically Face Puncher's putting in some plans to make that food will rot unless you keep it refrigerated. So in short, it looks like fridges are going from a roleplay item into becoming an actual necessity. You're going to quite literally need it in every single base now. So as long as you want to actually cook food, pies. But as of now, it wouldn't surprise me if we end up being able to cook more different types of meals in the future. Pizza, spaghetti, hey, we'll see. This is potentially going to be an update we might see in the springtime. Could it be March Force Wipe? Could it be April Force Wipe for 2025? We'll find out, but it's looking to be fairly soon. And with that, we've noticed that a lot of people have jumped in and bought out all the fridge skins because, well, if it's going to become a necessity, more people are going to feel inclined to have skins for their fridges. Not too hard to comprehend, I'm sure, and we discussed it in that video right there. But I thought to myself after doing that video, I should probably actually showcase all the skins so people can actually get a good idea of what they'd like to have in their base. So let's go ahead and talk about all the fridges. But first of all, you need to be able to find all of them, and there's a bit of a problem with that, because when you search for fridges on the Steam market, you don't actually see all of them, because unfortunately, not every single fridge has fridge in their name. Sounds a bit silly, but yeah. Now you might think, oh, but I could just do the item search. Yeah, fridges aren't there. Sorry. So how can you get a good look at every single fridge? Well, I'll consider taking a look at scmm.app. So I'll have this linked in the description. This is SCMM's items database. And if you want to be able to find fridges, just go to the item type and then scroll down and you'll see fridges down over here with the lovely little picture of the fridge. And by default, you'll see every single fridge based on when, what was the most recent things to be accepted. As you can see, lovely balloon cart, which doesn't have fridge in the name. But in this video, I want to showcase off all the skins based on oldest. So that's the plan. And I would also like to showcase off all the non-tradable skins. These are Twitch drops and charity skins that were introduced in the past for a period of time, but you can no longer get them. And then afterwards, I'll then showcase all the tradable and marketable skins. Now, I'll also put an effort in to showcase their special SCMM pages. On these pages, you get a lot of information. You can see all the skins here on third-party sites of the prices they're being listed at. You can also get a nice little insight for what inventories that are publicly visible that currently own these skins. You can see when these skins were accepted in Rust stores. You can see who made it. You can even quickly navigate to their workshop page, like so. Oh, the Biohazard Fridge. So yeah. These SCMM pages will also be linked in the description as well. And with that, shall we now showcase the first skins? Let's get to it. So first of all, here we have the non-tradable fridge skins. These are either Twitch drops or a charity skin. Don't worry, I'll point out which is which. But unfortunately, you cannot get these skins anymore. They are only available for a short period of time, and now they're gone. But I still thought I should showcase all of them. So first of all, this is the DairyGold Fridge. This is one of the initial Twitch drops we got back in early 2021. Next up, we have the World Central Kitchen Fridge. This was one of the Twitch drops that was available during the Charitable Rust event of 2022. Next up, this is the charity skin. This is the Trust and Rust Clone Fridge. This was in the Rust store at $4. Pretty pricey, but it was always intended to be non-tradable and non-marketable. If you didn't buy it there and then, that's it, gone, no longer available. Bit unfortunate if you didn't grab it, but about 40,000 people did, so alright, fair enough. People clearly liked it, and some of those skins look really cool, just want to point that out. Next up, we have this recent Twitch drop. This was the Twitch Rivals Fridge that was given away during late 2023. And then very recently, we got the Blau and Ellum Fridge that was given away in November of 2024 as a Twitch drop. Remember all of these? I'm sure you do. Right then, shall we actually showcase off all these skins in game? Let's go. So here I am, all nice and dressed up, but we're not here to take a look at me. No, we're here to take a look at some fridges. There we go, here we have the DairyGold Fridge right here in front of me. Now just to remind all of you, back when this was given away for free, the first ever fridge Twitch drop, we didn't actually have that many fridges, and a lot of people were very grateful to get this, so okay, fair enough. A perfectly fine looking skin that a lot of people did appreciate back then, getting it for absolutely free. Now you might wonder, with the lights on, does it happen to reflect quite a lot? Well, you can see it perfectly fine as you can see, it's just, yeah, it doesn't seem to be super reflective. Okay, at the end of the day, people did like it for what it was. And does it look nice at night time? Well, I mean, it doesn't glow. So if you're curious about that, at the very least, it does not appear to glow in the dark whatsoever. But back then, people still appreciated a brand new fridge for absolutely free. Cool, 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 cool. So what about the next fridge? Well, here we have the World Central Kitchen Fridge, a much more colourful option, as you can see. You know, you probably don't have to wipe this one as much as that one. Sorry to say, you're perfectly fine the way you are, but this one, it was very nice. Colourful and vibrant, and, well, yeah, given away for absolutely free. And even back then, back in 2022, we still didn't really have that many fridges. So once again, people were very pleased to get that for absolutely free. And you might wonder, does this reflect a little bit better at night time? It seems to do a bit of a better job, as you can see right there. And if I could just move over to the sides, not super flashy, but hey, still nice. And you probably already might have noticed. Does this happen to glow in the dark? Well, yes, it does. On these sides here, you can see the Charitable Rust logo lighting up at night time. Very nice, very cool. So, okay, yeah, it was a perfectly fine look and design. And once again, people were very appreciative of a brand new fridge being given away for absolutely free. And so with that, shall we go ahead and take a look at the next fridge? And here we are with the Trust and Rust clone fridge. Now, when this first appeared, a lot of people were incredibly amazed. It's got transparency. Wow. And when you look at it based on various different sides, you essentially can kind of like see through it, but then you can't. I mean, hey, okay, cool for what it was. This was pretty groundbreaking when it first appeared. A lot of people liked it. And like I said, even though everybody was fully well aware that this was going to be non-tradable, non-marketable, sending up $4 a piece, loads of people bought it. Almost 40,000 individual people bought it. And I'm sure they're still appreciating it to this day. Now, of course, you might wonder, hey, does this happen to reflect quite nicely at night time? Well, as you can see, it probably isn't that much of a thing to even fuss about because it's so bright with the glow in the dark. What about the back? No glow? Doesn't appear to, but it does reflect a fair bit there. And, of course, total darkness, if we can. Give that a good look. Super bright, super noticeable, and kind of freaky. Yeah. Now, over time, we've actually had a bit of a collection with this because these were also treated as Twitch drops. If you can recall the locker, and I think we've also had some other skins. During the same week, I think we also had the large box. Did you buy this? Feel free to comment below. And with that, shall we now talk about the next fridge skin? And here we have the Twitch Rivals fridge. Pretty reflective there, just with the sun. That's looking pretty cool. But yeah, it was basically like a games cabinet. All right, so let's just give it a good little spin. Nice and purple. Around we go. And you probably wonder, hey, is it nice and reflective with the lights next to it? Well, with that, give that a good look. It seems to be on the glass right there, still nice and reflective. Okay, fair enough. And you're probably wondering, hey, does this happen to glow in the dark at night time? Well, give that a good look, because you might notice that, yes, the front is super bright. What about the top? Not so much. So let's just quickly go around the back. It doesn't appear to glow on the sides, only on the front. So if you happen to own that, do keep that in mind, but you're probably already fully well aware of it. And with that, shall we now talk about the next skin? And here we have Blau and Ellum's very cool looking fridge. Again, a lot of transparency with a very creative purpose, because this is supposed to look as if it's like some sort of gun vault. Well, it's been broken into, and it looks like all the guns got pinched. Oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, a very cool, very unique idea that people have been appreciating, because a lot of people went and got it for absolutely free back in late 2024. Now you're probably wondering, does it happen to reflect quite nicely? Well, yeah, it does. Look at the, the handle there, shining ever so nicely. And you're probably wondering, hey, does this happen to glow in the dark quite nicely? Well, yes, it does. The interior, very bright and very noticeable. But when you look from the sides, yeah, you can still basically see it. On the back, you don't see that much. And if we look from the top, nothing there. So yeah, the interior is the part that you're going to basically notice. So yeah, out of all these non-tradable skins that you see right here, which one is your favourite? Which ones do you actually happen to own? Feel free to comment below. And then next up, we'll go ahead and showcase all the marketable and tradable skins. Alright, now we can showcase all the marketable and tradable fridges. And first of all, we have the Biohazard Fridge right here in front of us. Now, the actual page we're currently looking at, this is its own special SCM page. If you want to get a good look at this, it will be linked in the description, along with all the other fridges that we're taking a look at today. And of course, when you look at it in your own time, maybe the prices on the third-party sites might have been a little bit cheaper. We shall see. So, of course, I also want to showcase the Steam Market page. The lowest listing right now is $9, with Barders pushing up to about $7 at the moment. But if we look at its historical sales data, well, recently the prices have started to climb up. But if you look at its historical data, you can see it's been pretty high in the past. This was first accepted back in early 2017. And, well, as I said, The investors, they're speculating. They truly believe with fridges, becoming more of a necessity, there's more justification to use skins, and they have been making moves. That price has been going up because they have been bought out. Will it potentially go up even higher? We shall see. But now I think we should do a good job in actually showcasing the skin. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And here we are, the Biohazard Fridge. Give it a good look. It's all nice and yellow and a bit, rusty, I guess you could say. But hey, it's all part of the love. It's all part of the design. Very cool, very cool. It doesn't have to look pristine and pretty just for you. All right, anyway, how does it reflect? Well, it does reflect quite nicely. You can clearly see it at night time. Obviously, yeah, give that a good look. But does it happen to glow in the dark at all? Well, no. This does not appear to glow in the dark whatsoever, as you can clearly see. So, alright, at the end of the day, it is a fairly old skin, but surely you could still appreciate it, So, back to daytime. What do you think? Do you like what you see? Do you already own it? Feel free to comment below. And now, let's move on and showcase the next skin. Alright, next up here we have the Aircraft Part Fridge, produced by Mr. Milho Frito. This was accepted back in early 2017 as well, and actually, it was the very beginning of a Aircraft Part collection. So, okay, nice interesting thing to be aware of. Now, the current listings on the Steam market, we can see that this is currently selling for about $4, going up to $5 almost, with Biohazard pushing up to $4. And if we can see, yep, there you go, another few buyouts here and there. But its sales history, it has been higher. But, of course, in recent times, the speculators have been making moves. So, shall we go ahead and give this a good looking game as well? Let's go do that right now. And here we are. Give it a good look. Looking pretty shiny right there in the sunlight. Give it a good pan around. Looking very nice. Alright then. So, what are your thoughts? Do you like what you see? I should make a bit of an effort to show the top because, yeah, this actually glows in the dark. So yes, pretty reflective with the lighting there, as you can see. Pretty cool. But as I've already pointed out, when we go to total darkness, yep, it does in fact happen to glow in the dark. Alright, cool. So yeah, this is one of the earliest skins to have glow in the dark implemented into the skin. Do you like what you see? Do you think that looks cool? What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And now let's showcase the next skin. And here we have the Urban Fridge, part of Estovos's Urban Deplorable collection, as you can see right here. Plenty more skins to keep an eye out for. And of course, let's go ahead and take a look at it on the Steam market. Pushing up to $14, but the Barders only going up to about $9. Looks like that needs to catch up. And of course, looking at the historical sales data, recently we've been seeing some buyouts, but it does appear to have been more expensive in the past. But as of now, it definitely looks like it could potentially go higher. We shall see. Right, shall we now go ahead and take a look at this in-game? And here we are. Give that a good look. That's one gigantic looking mouth. A very interesting graffiti style. What's on the top? Oh, it's saying something there. I see you. Well, okay then, there you go. He knew I'd look there. Right, yeah, give that a good look. A pretty interesting design. Do you happen to already own it? Feel free to comment below. And how does it look at night time? Well, it seems to reflect quite nicely. You can see it with some brighter. And of course, does it happen to glow in the dark? It does not. Yes, it does not appear to glow in the dark whatsoever. So, alright, still a very cool looking design. And it is part of a fairly old deplorable collection. What are your thoughts? Well, feel free to comment below. And now, let's move on and take a look at the next fridge skin. And for our next skin, here we have the Victorian Food Vault, a very interesting looking design. Now if we could go ahead and take a look on the Steam market, it's currently pushing up to about $7. Barter's catching up with almost a price of about $5.50 there. Scrolling down, look at sales history. It does appear to have been more expensive. Cool, that was pushing up to about $25 back in 2019. Well, there you go. But maybe it might take a while to potentially catch up to that. Anyway, let's go ahead and give this a good looking game right now. And here we are. Yeah, good look at that. That's definitely appreciating the sunlight. And if we could just pan around, looking quite nice and rustic. It is an antique, of course. Yes. A very interesting looking design. Do you reckon that could ever be $25 again? What are your thoughts? And of course, let's go ahead and take a look at it at night time. Does it reflect light quite nicely? Yes, it does. It stands out very nicely right there. Definitely brings out its nice details. But you're probably wondering, does it actually glow in the dark though? Well, no, it does not appear to glow in the dark, unfortunately, but it is a pretty interesting looking design during the day. So, let's go ahead and now take a look at the next fridge skin. Did I forget to mention that this video is sponsored by Cobalt Cola? Well, I mean, that's just a joke, but yeah. I know a lot of you have enjoyed this fridge in the past. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on the Steam market, and as you can see, it's currently pushing up to $13, with Barders starting to catch up just over $11 here. Now, of course, in recent times, there's been buyouts, but looking at the historical sales data, right now, it does appear to be the highest price it's ever been. Do you reckon it's stopping here? I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up a little bit more. What do you reckon? Anyway, shall we go ahead and take a look at this in game right now? So yeah, go ahead and grab yourself a nice cold Cobalt cola, fresh from the fridge. And yeah, looking pretty cool. Fairly reflected there in the sunlight. And of course, you're probably wondering, hey, does this happen to reflect lighting quite nicely? Well, of course, with the lights on, that is reflecting very, very nice. Is that something you appreciate? We'll see. And you're probably wondering, does this happen to glow in the dark? Well, yes, indeed it does. Of course, you're going to be able to see where the fridge is, where to get all your cola. Spin around, just on the sides and the front. What about the top? Let's go ahead and see. Nope. All right. Well, you know what? That's probably more than enough. And with that, shall we now go ahead and take a look at the next fridge skin. And here we have the concert speaker fridge. Now, just to quickly point this out, back when this was accepted, it actually coincided with the release of the Rust Instrument DLC. So there's a little bit of the background behind the design of it. Now, of course, we could go on the Steam market, get a look at its price. Listing of $9.45, probably could rise up even higher. And the barter's there pushing up to $9. Yeah, it's looking like it's definitely solid there. And of course, recently there's been a few buyouts, and this does appear to be reaching a new all-time high price. All right, looking pretty good. Right then, shall we go ahead and take a look at this in-game? All right, here we are. Get a good look at that. Turn up the bass and listen up. That's looking pretty cool. A very fun gimmick produced by Trakmer. Spin it around. I'm sure plenty of people will appreciate this. And quick look at the top. Not too much there. Right, how does it look at night time? Does it reflect nicely? Yeah, the light can be seen reflecting ever so nicely on that to get a good look at it. And you might question, hey, does this happen to glow in the dark? Well, let's turn off the lights. No, it doesn't glow in the dark. As you can see, if I could do a nice little pan around, all around it, rise up to the top as well, just in case. But yeah, that just seems to be the design. So, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And now let's showcase the next fridge. Next up, here we have a very fun looking design, the portable toilet fridge. Let's go ahead and give this a good look on the Steam market. As you can see, it's currently sitting at around $10. Could potentially rise up to about $12, we shall see. Barter's looking pretty good, pushing up to just over $10 as well. Let's get a good look at its sales history. Being bought out as of recent, and looks like it's pushing up to a new all-time high price. Alright, so then, shall we go ahead and give this a good look in game? Alright, so let's just give this a good look, and yeah, I think they've done a very good job making it look like a Portaloo, but please don't treat it like one. Your teammates in your base will thank me, okay? But yeah, give it a good look, a little pan around, a very fun gimmick design. Bad Trip, you've done a very good job of this. Okay, what are your thoughts? Rise up to the top as well. I didn't know what to expect. Right, so does it reflect light nicely at night time? And yeah, seems to do a pretty good job. Stands out good enough, I guess you could say. Alright, fair enough. And of course, we want to find out, does it happen to glow in the dark? And no, it does not appear to glow in the dark. So, okay, you know what? Maybe the fun idea of what it is please a lot of people regardless. You've got a good look at it. So, yeah. Alright then, with that, shall now go ahead and take a look at the next fridge skin. Ice cream! Yes, we got the ice cream freezer fridge right here in front of us. A very nice, tasty looking design. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on Steam market. As you can see, currently sitting here at $8. Could it go higher? What do you reckon? Barter's looking pretty alright, $6, and then pushing up to just about $7. Looking at the sales history, has it ever been higher? No, this does appear to be reaching a new all-time high price. Looking pretty good. Right then, let's go ahead and take a look at this in game. Well, this is definitely a lot more approachable compared to the previous fridge. Smells better too. So yeah, another fun looking gimmick. Which one's your favourite ice cream? What's your favourite flavour? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to comment below. And of course, we should give it a quick look at the top. Very fine. Alright then. Looking at the reflection, seems to do a pretty good job there with the windows. Very cool. Nice approach. And of course, does it happen to glow in the dark? Well, with that, yes it does. The bottom, the top. What about on the very, very top? No? Okay. What about on the sides? All around? No. Only on the front. But that's probably more than enough for you. Alright then. So with that, shall we go ahead and take a look at the next fridge skin? And next up, here we have the Fridge from Hell. Part of one of the largest collections in all of Rust, the From Hell collection. Hey, I'm just going to put this out. Maybe you've got some good ideas to decorate. It's up to you. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the Steam market. How's it currently holding up? It's up to about $4 with barter as well, getting pretty close. It was a fairly recent skin, and is it currently pushing up to an all-time high price? Oh yes, of course, as you can see right there. Right then, shall we go ahead and take a good look at this in-game? Let's go do that right now. Now I know what you're thinking, but yes, this did actually come out during the same year as that clone charity fridge, so I'm pretty sure we can see where the inspiration came from. Yes, it's another transparent fridge with a very interesting looking design. So Q, you've done fantastic work. Oh look, it's very hot in the back. Hang on a minute, isn't this supposed to keep your food nice and cold? Right, let's quickly look at this at night time. Does it reflect quite nicely? Well, yeah, the metal part seems to stand out quite nicely. Yeah, does reflect a fair bit. And you might question, hey, does that happen to glow in the dark? I mean, come on now, what did you think? So what about on the top? Well, not so much. What about all around the back? Yes, pretty much all sides stands out ever so nicely. I think that's the first fridge to do that. Right then, so that, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And now, let's go ahead and take a look at the next fridge skin. And now we have a festive looking fridge. Coincidentally, this actually appeared 2 months after we saw the From Hell fridge, which came out in Halloween time. So yes, a very interesting transparent snow globe style. Let's go ahead and take a look at this on the Steam market. Just over $4 with the listings, and Barter's pushing up to about $4. Very interesting. Now if we look at its sales, it's been out for a good couple years now, and yes, it does appear to be reaching potentially a brand new all-time high price. So let's go ahead and give this a good look in game right now. I wasn't joking when I said this has a very nice snow globe style to it. So during 2023, in the beginning of the year, we had the charity skin with the cool clone design. Then for Halloween, we had the From Hell fridge, and then for Christmas, we got this. So we had a lot of interesting options for transparent fridges, and this one, well, this one took it up a level. It has transparency on 4 sides. Very nice, very cool. And it also happens to have a very nice looking pattern all along at the very top, all around the sides as well. So let's go ahead and see if this lightens up quite nicely with lighting at night time. And yeah, it seems to be quite alright, as you can see there. Let's just slowly rise up as well. See the very top? Yep, seems to stand out reasonably enough. And you're probably wondering, come on now, does this happen to glow in the dark? I mean, you can clearly see it from there. Come on now. What about the very top? Well, let's just rise up. Nope, but if we go all around, as you can see, it looks very, very pretty. Yeah. All right then, so with that, let's now step back a bit and showcase the next fridge skin. And for our next fridge skin, it is the Frankenstein Fridge, another Halloween skin that appeared for Halloween 2024. Let's go ahead and give this a good look on the Steam market. Currently sitting here at $4 with Barter's pushing up to about $3.50. And it hasn't even been out for a full year yet, and yet it's already pushing up quite nicely. Yes, get a good look at that. Right, so now shall we go ahead and showcase it in game? Let's go ahead and do that right now. So yeah, here we are, another very cool looking transparent Halloween themed fridge. Look, okay, he might look scary, but don't worry, he's just sleeping, it's all good, don't worry. Rise up a fair bit, look at all the metal plating, give that a good look at all the tubes. Even on the back here, we've got some power cells, that's probably keeping him alive. Alright, very cool, very cool. Alright then, so let's go ahead, give this a good look at night time. The light reflecting on the tubes in the middle plating seems to do a pretty good job of that. Alright, rise up to top, same thing, stands out reasonably well enough. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a good look at total darkness. And of course, it stands out very, very brightly. It's like a giant lava lamp, just, you know, made with used human parts and a very scary creature in there. Yippee. And if we go all the way around, as you can see, those power cells lighten up quite nicely. Not the top though. So, alright then, let's pan back over to here, bring back to daytime, and now let's move on and showcase the last fridge skin for this video. And for our final fridge skin of this video, what do we have right here? Well, that happens to be the lovely balloon cart. The first ever Valentine's themed fridge skin to be accepted into Rust. This appeared back in Valentine's of 2025, and if we take a look on Steam market, well, this hasn't even been out that long. It's barely been around for about 2 weeks, I guess you could say, and yet still it's rising up in price ever so nicely. Word has gotten around, fridges are in demand, and well, they're all going up in price of course. So let's now go ahead and give this a good looking game. So yeah, another interesting looking transparent design for a fridge. But you know what, at least this one doesn't have like rotten body parts floating inside of it. Just a cute looking balloon teddy, surrounded by flowers and lots of pink. Perfectly befitting of Valentine's, I'm sure you'd agree. Got a lovely little heart symbol there. Got the interesting wheel designs on the sides as well, because of course it is supposed to be a cart. Don't forget with the name. And it says it loves me. Oh, if only more people said that in general. Right. Well, let's go ahead and give this a quick look at night time. Does it reflect quite nicely? The heart pattern seems to do a pretty good job of it. Yeah, I'm sure you'd agree with that. And rising up to the top. We also happen to have this metal frame, but I don't think people are too concerned about that. Nah. Alright then, and of course, total darkness if we can. Yep. Certainly brightens up the place, I'm sure. I'm sure a lot of people would happily put that inside their base. Quickly rise up to the top as well. Okay, yeah. Alright then, so that is the final fridge skin for this video. Let's now conclude this video and wrap it up. Right, so here we are at the end. Let's wrap this up. But we do still need to talk about what potentially happens from here and now with fridge skins. We do need to talk about the future. So I've got a theory, and I'll explain it right here, right now. But when this actual cooking update goes through, I wouldn't be surprised if Facepunch kind of want to push, like just push people in the right direction that they intend, give them a little nudge. I wouldn't be surprised if they accept some fridge skins. And maybe it might be a lot, maybe it might just be a few. But yeah, considering that, you're going to need fridges now to keep food nice and fresh, you can actually test out making all those brand new pies and all the meals, makes sense. So I would expect more fridges being accepted, and skin creators will notice, and skin creators will probably start producing more and more fridge skins from here and now. And, from here on now, you might see a lot more fridges being accepted in 2025 compared to 2024 and 2023, and maybe it just keeps on growing. 2026, even more. 2027, even more. It's become a necessity. It does kind of make sense, doesn't it? So keep an eye on the workshop is the idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this will be linked in the description. This is all the recent fridge skins based on, recent submissions. Now, I've picked out a few to show off. I'm avoiding like the Valentine's and the Lunar New Year skins. So here we have the classic fridge, produced by Micro and Da Vinci. You've got like a lovely homely design here with the fridge magnets, the cute little drawings, some personal notes, a calendar on the side and whatnot. I think people would appreciate that inside their base. Now over to here, we've got a bit of an outlandish looking design. As I said, we've had a lot of interesting, transparent, creative designs for fridges in the past. And Mr. Shedmon, well, he's got this very strange looking smile here. Now, I'm not sure if this was intended to be a Halloween skin. He submitted it around Christmas time. But hey, we shall see. And of course, maybe a collection continuation. The Frozen Crypt fridge is right there in front of us, produced by Horomiya Mugiwara. A perfectly fine, well lit up design and whatnot. I think people would appreciate that. What do you think? Which one would you like to see being accepted? So, do remember this. When we had the primitive update being introduced, Facepunch picked out some skins from pretty far back just to match up with the theme that they intended. So certain skins might have been just a few months back. But that tier 3 armor, that was pulled from like 2.5 years ago. So yeah, do not be surprised. We might be seeing something very interesting for the March Force Wipe Rustle rotation. If it is going to be March, we still don't fully know. Maybe it might get pushed aside till April time. Either way, you're still at least reasonably prepared, I hope. So to get confirmation, keep an eye on the Playrust Twitter, and I think, you'll probably get a clear answer maybe around Tuesday, just 2 days before the Rust Store happens, and of course, the actual March update. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.